here to speak today. I know that I was invited because when you sent the invitation, I was a live down. But I feel I've been on a journey just as Scotland has been on a journey. And I've watched practically every single day what's been happening in Scotland, and it really piqued my interest about September last year. And I don't think there's a day where I haven't read about it in the newspaper or on BBC website or more recently on all the various Independence Pro social media channels. And I was so inspired by the grassroots campaign that has really sprung up in Scotland that I wanted to go and do my little bit. So this week I spent 3 days in Scotland and it was absolutely fantastic. So the people who spoke before me have covered most of the things I wanted to say far more eloquently than I did. So I'll tell you some of the conversations that I had with people on the doorstep this week and the things that people in Scotland said to me. So we were canvassing with people who hadn't yet made up their mind. So these are the undecideds, still 7 days to go and they didn't know how they were going to vote. We had little booklets to give them with the information that they wouldn't be reading in the English-centric press. And people's big reaction was that they were frightened. They'd heard how their mortgages were going to go up, how the cost of living, their food, their energy bills, they were all going to go up, how jobs were going to be lost. But still, that message hadn't made them say they were going to vote no. They were still undecided. So we were chatting on the doorstep, and I said, what's the thing, what's holding you back? Why can't you come over to yes? And they said, oh, we're just not quite there yet. I said, don't you think Scotland would be better as an independent country? Most people said yes. Most people who were still undecided believed in their heart that Scotland would be better as an independent country. But there was just a little bit of fear that was holding them back. I hope by Thursday, when people have to go and cast their ballots, that they haven't been swayed by the onslaught of negative press that's coming from the London newspapers. And I'm optimistic that they won't. The campaign offices that we collected our leaflets from, people were walking in off the street saying, can I have 50 leaflets to do my street? Can I have some posters? Cars were stopping in the street and taking things off us. This is a real groundswell campaign that's come from the people of Scotland. By contrast, the Better Together campaign are having to bus people up from London and pay them £25 a day to give the Better Together message. I don't think the people of Scotland, in my heart, I don't think they will believe the negativity of the Better Together campaign. The conversations that they were having with us, that they're having amongst themselves, on the street, in the shops, in the cafe, with Scottish people who every day, more people are coming to the Yes campaign and less people are going to the No campaign. So just like those undecided people who maybe 2 weeks ago, 5 days ago, 2 days ago, they still hadn't made up their minds, they're slowly coming over to being able to believe in the thing that they've wished for a long time. They're overcoming their fear. They're coming over to hope. And that's very much a journey that I've been on. And I'm very glad to say that the inspiration that I've gotten from Scotland, I too believe now that this is the time to start our national conversation in Wales. Let's have the debate. I want to talk with my neighbours, with people in the shop, with people in the cafes. I want to take the message that actually Wales can do much, much better than it's doing right now. We can deliver things that are being delivered in Scotland with their government, with more powers. We can make education free for Welsh students if we want to, because that power should rest with us. In Scotland, they only get the government that they vote for in 18 of every 44 years. And that's just not fair. And if it's not fair for Scotland, it's not fair for Wales. So I believe that people should get the government that they vote for, and that government should deliver on the priorities that it said it should. So I'm going to be campaigning not only in Scotland, I'm going to be on the phones, but here in Wales too, for a government that delivers what it promises it will deliver, and delivers a debate on the best possible future for our country, Wales. Thank you.